The NPO Baby Saver South Africa says has taken legal action against the Department of Social Development, asking the courts to declare parts of the Children's Act unconstitutional and invalid. They argue that the Act fails to allow safe relinquishment of infants through, quote, baby saver devices. The action follows the discovery of a baby found in a storm drain struggling for life in a wet and soiled clothes in Verulam, that is in KwaZulu-Natal. To tell us more about this is the founder of Baby Saver South Africa, Dr. Whitney Rosenberg. Dr. Rosenberg, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for making time for us. Let's quickly start off with that incident that happened in Verulam. What do you guys know about the condition of the baby currently?
Thank you so much for having me, Aldrin. We have had no further feedback regarding the baby. We do believe that the baby is fine, but we have not heard anything further.
Okay. So what do incidents of this nature highlight?
Well, this is definitely not an isolated incident, and not all incidences make it to the news, unfortunately. We see babies being abandoned in unsafe locations on a daily basis, in open velds, pit latrines, dumpsters. We have some horrific reports on what's happened to babies dumped in dumpsters, with dogs finding their bodies and so forth. So this is an ongoing crisis, and some have even referred to it as another pandemic in South Africa.
Yeah, and could this be directly linked, do you believe, to the direction that has come from national department as well as looking, for instance, provincial department in Gauteng, where there was that circular that did the rounds around not accepting babies, or saying to NGOs and NPOs that have been accepting babies through the baby drop-off boxes that we've known of, to say that this will now be deemed illegal and unlawful?
Yes, we can definitely attribute some of what's going on to the fact that the Gauteng Department of Social Development issued the directive in October of 2023, calling for organizations, as you said, with baby savers to close their baby savers. It's exacerbated the problem exponentially, and we see that mothers now don't have this extra option, this life-saving option, which ensures that the child is not dumped somewhere unsafely and dies as a result. We know that out of every 3 babies that are abandoned, 2 of them die as a result of unsafe abandonment.
Yeah. And now that you're taking legal action, what is it that you'll be seeking from the courts?
So we go into detail about our legal papers on Tuesday at the press conference, which will be held at the Children's Memorial Institute. But we are, as a summary, seeking from the court to legalize safe relinquishment options, which is one of which is the baby saver box, which gives mothers another option. Instead of unsafely abandoning her baby, she then has the option of safely doing so. So we're really approaching the court and asking them to consider changing the Children's Act by including safe relinquishment options.
Yeah. So would that then mean amendments to the Act, meaning that it would then have to go through a public process once again?
Yes, our lawyers will deal with this in detail at the press conference, but in essence, we are asking for an amendment of the Children's Act.
Okay, and that press briefing happening on Tuesday? Tuesday,
at the Children's Memorial Institute at 11 o'clock in the morning.
All right. Just quickly in conclusion, since that decision that was taken by the Gauteng Department of Social Development in that directive that was issued, do you have any stats around what that impact has been specifically in Gauteng?
So unfortunately, the Gauteng Department of Social Development does not take stats on abandoned children. So our organization has done this for the past couple of years, where we've collected some stats, and obviously this is informal stats because it's only those that are reported in the media. And what we have found is from 2020, there has been 280 babies that have died as a result of unsafe abandonment. Now, this is just a drop in the ocean of the real situation. Back in 2010, there was a research study done by Dr. D. Blackie, which said that 3,500 babies are abandoned annually. So we were only covering those in the media, that the media covered. We know many, many more babies go unreported, and 280 is still 280 lives that could have been saved.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for your time. Dr. Whitney Rosenberg there, Baby Saver South Africa.